Okay, good morning everyone. So now we're gonna continue our calculus class, the next lesson, which is the next technique to integrate function, the technique of integration. So lesson 7, chapter 9, lesson 7. You can open your book, page 460. Integration of rational functions by partial fractions. Yeah. So this is the fifth method. After the first one is algebraic substitution method, and then I taught you about the integration by parts, and then the third method is integrating special power of trigonometric function. The fourth method is integration of integrating by uh, trigonometric substitution. So this is the fifth one, the fifth method, integration of rational functions by partial fractions. And from the title of the lesson itself, it's quite clear that this method is used when you want to integrate rational functions. Yeah. So let's review a bit. What is rational functions anyway? So you have learned this in Algebra 2 class in 10th grade, that rational function is a function that can be expressed as a quotient of two polynomial functions. Yeah, I will repeat. So like a rational number is a number that can be defined as a quotient of two integers. Rational function is a function that can be expressed as a quotient of two polynomials. Yeah, and you can see on your book page, the homework that I'm gonna give later on page 463, then all of those numbers are the examples of rational functions. Yeah, number 1, 11x minus 15 divided by x squared minus 3x plus 2, polynomial divided by polynomial. And then 7x plus 25 over x squared minus 7x minus 8 is polynomial divided by polynomial. So basically, when you have a polynomial divided by a polynomial, then you can use this method to do the integration. Yeah. Now let's take an example. Let's say, so the first thing that you need to be checking in with to use this method is to make sure that the degree of your numerator must be less than the degree of your denominator. Yeah, the degree of the polynomial. For example, on your homework page 463, actually number 1 until 10, it shows the example when the degree of the numerator is already less than the degree of the denominator. Usually it's 1 and 2, 1 and 2. For number 8 is second degree, and then the denominator is third degree. So if this is not fulfilled yet, let's say that if the degree of your numerator is greater or equal than the degree of your denominator, then you need to perform long division first. So a long division needs to be performed. For example, I have, this is taken from your example, page 463, when it's called improper algebraic fraction. X cubed minus 9x squared plus 24x minus 17 divided by x squared minus 6x plus 5. Okay? So, what happened here is like the degree of the numerator is actually the third degree and the degree of your denominator is second degree, right? So actually it's not fulfilling this condition yet. It's not fulfilling that condition yet. So like I said, you need to perform long division. Yeah, long division. So let's do the long division. The divisor is x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 5. And it's dividing x cubed minus 9x squared plus 24x minus 17. And I hope you still remember how to do long division of two polynomials. Divide this x cubed with x squared, the result is x. And then always remember the principle when you divide 13 with 4, yeah? So it's 3 and then 12 and then 1. So basically you need to multiply 3 with 4 to put it here. So you need to multiply x with x squared minus 6x plus 5. So you put it here, x cubed minus 6x squared plus 5x. Yeah. And then what you do here is subtraction. So it's also a subtraction. So this is cancelled. So the result is negative 3x squared plus 19x minus 17. And then do the same thing, divide this one with this one. So you have negative 3. And then multiply minus 3x squared plus 18x minus 15. Do another subtraction, you will have x minus 2. Yeah. So like you write 13 divided by 4 is equal to 3 plus 1 over 4. So then this is also can be written as x minus 3, the quotient, plus the remainder divided by the divisor. Yeah, I hope you still remember how to perform long division. And then what? And then if we want to integrate this, if we want to integrate that, yeah, if we want to integrate that, then actually it's the same with integrating this one, right? Yeah. So actually this is easy. This is basically just equal to half x squared minus 3x, and then the problem is how to integrate x minus 4 over x squared minus 6x plus 5 dx. Okay. Now, as you see, the integrand, the degree of your numerator is already less than the degree of your denominator. So after you make sure that that happens, then the next step is to do resolve into partial fraction, which also you have learned in 10th grade. I will review it, yeah? So basically, when you have x minus 4 over, when you have x minus 4 over x squared minus 6x plus 5, actually you can split it into two smaller fractions, and we call the process is called resolving into partial fractions. So make it partial, make it parts. Yeah. So how do we do that? Basically we can, so basically the denominator can be factored into x minus 5 and x minus 1, right? Yeah. So if you remember, then the next step is to assume that this big fraction can be split into two smaller fractions, which is a over x minus 5 and b over x minus 1. I hope you still remember this from 10th grade. And then the next step is actually to perform the multiplication, to perform the addition, which is a x minus 1 plus b x minus 5 over x minus 5 x minus 1. So the denominator is already the same. We can ignore it. So I will just write it again here. Okay. And then, so x minus 4 is equal to ax minus a plus bx minus 5b. And then I will gather all the x into 1. So I will have x a plus b. And then I will gather the constant. Okay. So it means by this equation, it means that the coefficient of the x on the left side must be the same as the coefficient of the x on the right side. So a plus b must be equal to 1. And the constant on the right side, minus a minus 5b, must be equal to the constant on the left side. And then we need to solve this system of linear equation with two variables, which is still easy, yeah? So perform the additions, cancel, and then you have negative 4b equals to, is it correct? I'm sorry, it's supposed to be x minus 2. X minus 2, yeah, not x minus 4, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be x minus 2 because here the remainder is x minus 2. So I'm going to change everything to x minus 2, 2, 2, 2. And this is 2, this is 2, and this is 2. So 2, 2, it's minus 2. Okay? Is it right? Yes, it's right. Okay, so addition cancel, so it's negative 1. So actually the b is equal to 1 over 4. And if the b is equal to 1 over 4, substitute it here, the a will be equal to 3 over 4. So basically, x minus 2 over x squared minus 6x minus 5 can be split, can be resolved into 3 over 4 3 over 4 over x minus 5 plus 1 over 4 over x minus 1. Yeah, let me check it. Yeah, it's supposed to be correct. Okay, then now how to integrate it? Then actually this is equal to half x squared minus 3x plus integral of, yeah, we split this into partial fractions. Yeah, so it's equal to 3 over 4 over x minus 5 dx plus integral of 1 over 4 x minus 1 dx. Yeah, so it's equal to half x squared minus 3x, and then this is equal to 3 over 4 ln x minus 5, and then this is equal to 1 over 4 ln x minus 1 plus c. Yeah, so that's how you integrate rational function by using the method of resolving into partial fractions. Yeah, remember, if the degree of your numerator is equal or greater than the degree of the denominator, you need to perform the long division first, and then after that, you split the fractions into partial fractions, which is smaller fractions, and then the integration step, the integration will be easier. It's easier to integrate this, it's easy to integrate this, which is just ln x minus 5 with the coefficient, ln x minus 1 with the coefficient. Yeah, it's much easier than integrating x minus 2 over x squared minus 6x plus 5 dx. Okay, so on the next meeting, I'm gonna teach you some variations that you need to know to be able to integrate more difficult problem of rational functions, integrating rational functions. Okay, I hope you understand today. Thank you. See you on the next video.